Hey, what's going on? This is Louis, Omnipresent Step to Success video clips. Today, we're just gonna talk about like how to start a pressure washing cleaning business that make $250,000 a month. But the thing is, I'm gonna give you 16 free and pay local marketing tip and tricks and how to get it done if you want to get it for the first time. So let me give you a little preview on the what the video is about, and after that, we're just gonna talk about it and give you a little bit details. Um, how can you do the same thing if you want to?
You guys, do you want to start your own cleaning business and make 25 grand a month providing all kinds of cleaning services? Well, Corey Edmonds did exactly that, and he's on track to double his yearly revenue to 600,000 this year. And guess what? When he started this business, he knew nada, nothing. He was brand new to it.
Exactly. That's what we got to talk about today, man. How to make it $250,000 a month. I'm gonna give you 16 free and paid local marketing tip and tricks. What you can do to just get it done. At the meantime, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Remember, if you ever need a mobile mechanic service that will travel to you and repair your car, truck, or van at any convenient location, why call a tow company? We can help you get back on the road again by putting their knowledge and years of experience to work for you. CarHelpout.com/location for a local mobile mechanic car repair service near you. And we do pre-purchase inspections on used car buying at any location. CarHelpout.com. It's the convenience.
Do you need to sell your house fast and don't want to worry about going through the whole selling process through a realtor?
Are you fed up with carrying the burden of a house you can't afford? Tired of being a landlord? House needs too many repairs? Going through foreclosure? Facing divorce? Income or job loss? Medical bills? Relocation? Inherited an unwanted house? Tired of paying taxes on a vacant house? No matter the reason, condition, or price, we buy houses as is.
See, in life, you can go through life, you can come up with reasons or you can come up with results. You can come up with excuses or you can come up with achievements. You can go through life blaming or you can come up with solutions. The choice is in your hands, satisfaction or despair. We can choose that.
And subscribe.
You don't get better on the daggone couch. You get better by coming out here and getting the f after it every daggone day.
It's very, very simple to get what you want, but it's not easy. It's your job to make yourself do the crap you don't want to do so you can be everything that you're supposed to be.
Welcome to Steps.
And you're so damn busy waiting
video.
to feel like it.
Please.
And you're never going
like,
to.
comment,
Ever.
and subscribe.
No one's coming. No one. No one's coming to push you. No one's coming to tell you to turn the TV off.
Welcome to
Everybody
Steps
wants to prize,
to
but
be
nobody loves the
successful
process.
video.
Everybody wants to be a
Please
champion, but nobody's
like,
willing to put in the
comment,
work that it
and
takes to be a
subscribe.
champion. Everybody wants to hold up the trophy and say, man, I did it, but nobody's willing to put in the work that it takes to do it. I love the process.
Yes. We back. All right, so we about to watch the videos that's gonna give you like how to start a pressure washing cleaning business that make $250,000. So my job is to give you 16 free and pay local marketing tips and tricks and how you can use it if you wanna. Let's say you start a pressure washing business and you wanna get some more leads because everything is coming to. You gotta have more leads. You gotta have more people calling your business at least to want your services. So the thing is, I'm gonna give you some marketing tips, so how to do it. So let's watch the video, and I'm gonna give you my 2 cents on the video as well.
You guys, do you want to start your own cleaning business and make 25 grand a month providing all kinds of cleaning services? Well, Corey Edmonds did exactly that, and he's on track to double his yearly revenue to 600,000 this year. And guess what? When he started this business, he knew nada, nothing. He was brand new to it.
That's the pressure washing business.
On this episode, Corey Edmonds is going to be talking about.
I mean, before we begin, is like the thing about it is like whatever thing that you're gonna start, whatever business you're gonna start, a business or services, because the thing is, there are only like 3 ways. Actually, there's 4, but the thing I'm just gonna give you 3. Most likely, actually, I'm gonna give you 2. And the thing is, like, you got either you provide a service or you create a product. That's the only 2 ways: create a product or provide a service. That's what business is. I mean, they got some other ways, but the thing is, as far as like we talk about like so normal ways. That's
How he started his pressure washing business, made $300,000. Now is on track to break 600 with a goal to break $1 million. What's the yearly revenue for Pro Wash today, and how did you double your revenue, over the last 3 years?
So I'm gonna drop some golden nuggets here. This took me years to figure out. The biggest, most important thing that's in every single business is a budget.
This is Corey.
But it's one thing though. I mean, I just want to talk to about. I mean, the thing is, I haven't give you the marketing tips yet though. The 16 on the scene, that's what they call it, that marketing tip. But the thing is, because it's like because the thing is, there's a lot of things that even you read it on the books, or maybe you watched a few videos. But the only way you're gonna know for sure is like when you try it. So whenever you do it, if you do the work. Sometimes like there's a lot of things that you will understand. There's a lot of leeway. There's a lot of I'm not gonna call it shortcut. That's not what I'm gonna call it. The thing is like there's a lot of like things that you might be able to do that like even you watch the video, it's like you may not understand it, but once you start doing the work, that's when you're gonna realize that there's a lot of things that you can do that will enhance your business more.
He's 7th season in the business, 3rd in Washington State, and the 3rd year that he's in business in Bellingham.
Anytime we go quote somebody, we quote everything on the property. We don't just quote one thing that they called us for. So it's kind of a way to upsell your customers.
He started the business from the ground up, and when he came to town, he hardly knew a soul.
I fell flat on my face when I moved here because I had no idea what the market was going to give me.
I mean, that's part of business. I mean, the thing is like, because a lot of people expect like, whenever you start a business, at least you should have like all the information is there, just like for you to do things. All you got to do is just look at to see if the service is needed. The only way that you're gonna know the service is needed is like you got to put yourself out there. That's the way it is. I mean, it's like there's no secret. I mean, it's like somebody said, success. Secret to success is like do it. That's what it is. It's just like you just got to do something.
Performance pay, get your guys working more efficiently.
Matter of fact, okay, let me tell you that before we finish that video, the thing is, if you want to watch the full episode of this video, click the link below. So which is we got the link of the original video, which is if you want to go watch the whole things. So the thing is, we just got a little bit of the videos. The thing is that's gonna apply to what we thinking. So that's what we use. But if you want to watch the whole scene of the video, so just click the link below. That's the original video. The credit to the original owner of the video. So let's keep doing.
Get them working quicker, and they also have the ability to make more money per hour, basically. So performance pay is the way to go.
Today, Corey is going to talk to us about how he started the business. He's going to answer and share some strategies and insights about what he did on his first day to what he's doing now, managing employees, clients, client acquisition, really from A to Z of owning and operating a Pro Wash business. What is the best advertising source for you right now?
I was also looking for some sort of organization, and that organization that I was searching for was basically business systems so that someone else could do it and eventually slowly back out of the business.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, why you started a cleaning business and how that began.
So my name's Corey Edmonds. I own Pacific Northwest Pro Wash. I lived on the East Coast in Atlanta, Georgia. I moved here to Washington State because everything's green, and we turned the green to clean.
Whoa,
so
I
love it.
I grew up, I had a great father. He's a clean freak. So I was cleaning cars, cleaning a house, cleaning everything. So I naturally got into detailing cars when I was.
So most likely it's like, based on the information that I gave you, is like, that's something that he used to do. That's something that he's been doing like since he was like, I wouldn't say he's working with his father. That's been like, he's been doing it since he was like maybe ages. Maybe it was when he was a kid. I mean, that's what it says. When he was a kid, he was doing it with his father. It's like, entrepreneurship is like, if it's then you, any way that you go, you're just gonna do it. I mean, if you don't start this one, you're gonna start the next one. If you don't start the next one, you're gonna start the next one. So that's the way the entrepreneurship is. But at the end of the day, it's like it's service. If you need if it's in you for you to get it done, you're gonna get it done.
Was in high school, made really good money there. and then moved in and started flipping, buying and selling cars. I would buy cars dirty, clean them, resell them.
better.
Shout out to shout out to people that buying car off Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. You know how we do. They're flipping couches and all that, but you know, hey, we got to do what we got to do. It's called a side hustle, so we got to get it done. Once the money needed, we just do it. Sometimes we don't do it for the money. We just do it just to keep ourselves busy. That's the way it is. But hey, it is what it is.
And then so that naturally moved into washing trucks and trailers and stuff like that. So kind of a backstory into the pressure washing company. I worked for a guy where we would clean dealership lots. And so we would clean 1,000 cars typically every Thursday. It was ridiculous.
1,000 cars?
1,000 cars in one day. So it was a really quick wash. I said, hey, you want to sell the business at some point? Give me a holler. So his guys actually caused like a 5-car pileup and totally destroyed their truck. It was ridiculous. So he calls me. He's like, hey,
that's an opportunity for you.
You want to buy the business for $1,500.
$1,500. That's, I mean, you $1,500 for a business. I mean, the thing is, like, let's talk about that though. Let's say if you want to start a pressure washing cleaning business that make $250,000 a month. I mean, the first year of the business, you're not gonna make that much money. Second year, I mean, the first year, I mean, you might be making maybe $30,000 to $50,000 the first year. I mean, the thing that the marketing plan that I'm about to give you, you might make like 60 to 75,000. The marketing things, I mean, the free marketings and the paid marketings. So if you do them all, the second year, third year, I mean, you probably on your way to make them. Because the thing is, in business, everything is about leads. People has to call. The phone has to be ringing. If the phone is not ringing, I mean, nobody knows if you exist. Nobody knows what kind of service you provide. But the thing is, your main thing is you have to let people know that what kind of service you provide. That's the only way you're going to get the money. Otherwise, you're not going to get the money, man.
So I bought the wrecked truck, sold it for parts. And so I was in the business like $700 ultimately. Pressure washers, trailers. And I said, hey, if you don't want the accounts anymore, I'll just call them up and take them over. He's like,
yeah, so this is called a custom business though. Just like,
I don't want anything to do with it. So
I want to be done.
He wanted to wipe his hands clean. So I called those accounts, picked them up.
So here's the thing that you heard what it says. It's like it called the business account. When you start business, I know a lot of you are scared of phones. You're scared of making phone calls. But the thing is, lucky for him, so he has those accounts that's already been there before. So the thing, all he had to do is like make the phone call. So you got to make the phone calls to get it done. So the thing is like, if you have to make the phone calls, so you have to make the phone calls. Some people, like some of you, like, yeah, I don't want to make a phone call. It's like when you start a business, it's like sometimes you got to do sales calls. I mean, a lot of people don't want to do sales calls. I mean, you could hire somebody to do it for you. But the thing is, if you don't have the money to do it, but even you have the money, I would recommend you do the phone calls. Even if you have the money, do the phone calls at least to have the feel of what it takes to get the business moving. But the thing is, I'm talking about like people that want to start like a pressure washing cleaning business that make $250,000 a month. Sometimes you have to do what you got to do. But let's just keep going.
That following week and literally made my money back that week. And it just went from there. I was like, hey, instead of washing cars, let's wash semis. And then I met a guy, he washed houses and the ticket prices were crazy. And I was like, you got to show me what's going on here.
So when we talk about that ticket prices is crazy. It's like, I mean, in business, like the thing, a lot of us, like when you start, like the first time when you first start businesses, I mean, if you have like, let's say if you have a mentor or you have somebody that's been there before you, most likely they would advise you not to start a business with a low ticket item. Low ticket item, that's mean like you have to do, for example, that guy said like, it washed one day, 1,500 cars in one day. let's say 1,500 cars washing for 1 day. And 1 day. Let's say washing cars is $30. One car for $30 times 1,500. You do the math. Or you could do 4 houses. So you charge, let's say, average ticket is like $1,500. You do the math. So you do less work, more money. You do more work, less money. That's the way it goes. That's what they call a low ticket item or high ticket item. That's the way it is. So let's keep watching.
So I started washing houses, started getting out of all the fast-paced, greasy, grimy, dirty stuff. Absolutely.
Where do the numbers originate?
So I fell flat on my face when I moved here because I had no idea what the market was going to give me. So I literally was quoting out of my mind prices. That was kind of tough. I mean, I watched a
But the thing about it is like, so there's a lot of information to unpack here. But let me give you some information. So the thing is, once you start the business, so he doesn't really explain to you like where he got the leads from. I mean, he explained to you like, I mean, there's a guy who had let's say who had a business before. He sold the information to him. If you're lucky enough, you might get that. You may not get that. But if you don't get that, so if you want to start from scratch, so I'm gonna tell you what to do. The first thing you got to do, the first thing, okay, if you're talking about long term, okay, for the long term, you have to have a website for the long term. So if you want to do like, let's say you want to do just like make a little bit of money, just a little bit of money, just like you're not thinking about like for the long term, you don't want to keep the business for the long term. So what you can do, you could do Craigslist posts. So you post on the Craigslist, like post on like what's it called, the service section. You post on Craigslist service sections. You pay $5 to post on Craigslist sections if you're gonna do it for the short term. So you post on Craigslist, you post on Facebook Marketplace if you're thinking about the short term. But if you talk about long term, I'm gonna give you the 16 things that you have to do in the long term. Okay. So let's finish. Let's
a lot of good leads, you know, go right out the door. But I also hit on some like ridiculous things. I mean, I remember one job in particular took me 30 minutes. I charged $2,500.
That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen though. That's gonna happen. Because the thing about it is that it's not about like, I mean, some of the work that we do, I mean, as a service guy, some of the work that we do is just like we charge the price, but the thing is, it takes us less time to get the work done. But there's some of the work that we did, we charge less price, we take us way more time than you need to. So that's part of the game. That's part of the service. That's the way it works.
And then I started backing off. I realized people weren't biting, so I started backing it down. Then I finally found this sweet spot, and
sweet spot is that's where you need to be. But the thing is, like, go ahead.
I've rocked that ever since. Obviously, minimum wage has gone up, so I just adjusted those prices basically every year. Ultimately, you want to adjust your prices 5% every year, so your prices should actually increase 5% every single year.
You've got residential, you've got commercial. When you just started in this business, what was your mind thinking as far as who are my clientele?
Absolutely. So the clientele that I wanted to work with was a higher end clientele. I want to work with people with high end properties, with a disposable income. So one big thing for me was to actually build out a customer avatar. So to actually, you know, write down who my customer is, where do they hang out, what are they searching on the internet, and kind of attack.
That's the place to be, the internet. That's the place to be. So you could do offline and offline and online marketings. So that you could do both though. That's what you can do. But the thing is that we're gonna go over it though. Just give us a few seconds.
That, figure out where those people are. You know, places that my customer would probably hang out would be like the golf course, tennis clubs, just areas like this where, you know, like I say, people with disposable incomes would hang out.
So those are the high-end clubs. You know, man, I know some of you guys.
No
might say,
matter
like,
what task you have in front of you,
Some
no
of
matter
the
what
guys.
it is, when you don't like it, don't be that person that tries to prove yourself right. When they say, well, I don't want to do that, but I'll do it anyway. And you know what you do? Ultimately,
Exactly. So the thing is, like, if you look at this this one, say don't wait for opportunity, created it. That's one. So you don't wait for it, you just created it. Or the other one is that, like, either I'll find a way or I'll create one, but I will not create excuses. So the thing is about, like, if you want to make $250,000 a month doing the cleaning business, okay, there's a lot of steps you have to go to. For example, like, let's say, let me give you the 16 the marketing tips, local business marketing tips. Okay, the first one, you got to create a website if you want to stay on the long term. That's what I meant. If you want to stay on the long term, yes, you have to have a website. That's include you have to have a phone number as well. Okay, that's the two-way people can contact you to ask you for your service. That's the first one. I mean, when you create the website, the thing is, like, you have to create when I say website, local website. You gotta for the website. Let me give you some tips as far as, like, when it comes to marketing on the website. If you're gonna come up with a name for the business, for the website, make sure the name is between 6 to 12 characters. Okay, so if you're gonna create the website name, just keep it under 6 to 12 characters. The reason why you gotta do it that way is, like, let's say, because if you look at the social media, majority of social media is, like, as far as the name, or the for example, Twitter, the name usually they're up to 12 to 15 characters on the name when it comes to social media. So when it comes to social media, so which is like, it has to be 6 to 12 characters. Otherwise, it's gonna mess up your social media characters. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. Okay, so it has to be 12 between 6 to 12 characters, because that's gonna help you a whole lot. And when it comes to social media, at least, because the name you have for your website, that's the same name we gotta keep to all the social medias. At least that'll give you some, like, the foundations of the business. Okay, so if you want to stay long term, all right. The second thing is you have to have an address. I know, like, I mean, if you're doing, let's say, a pressure washing business and you don't have an office or you don't have any locations, you still have to have a Google My Business. So the reason why it is, like, because anybody that's doing a search on Google, so that, the first, like, the map, when you come to the map, you see, like, the people that's on the map, those are called local it's called, like, Google My Business. You want to have that address. That's the only way for you to be on those things. You have to have, like, a Google My Business address. You have to have an address. Google gonna send you some postcard to verify your address. Now they start doing, like, once you put your informations in, so you have to, now what they do is that you can do video verifications. That's mean once you log in, they give you a QR code, you scan it, and you are in front of your place. You tell them, like, is what it is, what kind of business it is what you do. Sometimes they could instantly verify it for you. But I recommend you do the postcard verifications. When you do postcard verification, they send the postcard to your house, so they verify it. It's the same thing for Bing. It's the same thing for Yahoo. So Yahoo now is going to some other, like, what's they call it? Some other place. But the thing is, if you register from Google My Business, Yahoo, Bing, once you register on those call like we call it citations. In our industry, we call it citations. Some people call it directories. Okay, so you have to have those. But here's the thing: once you do Google My Business, if you have to do the work for cheap, do it so you could get review. Some businesses, you need at least 21 to 33 review. If you got 21 to 33 review, Even you have to do the service for free or cheap, you can do it that way. At least you get the review on it. So at least that will give you a boost of your, like, for example, like people that's been there before you, maybe you might be surpassed them. So I'm giving you the tips that way you could do it yourself. But if you hire us to do it, we can. But the thing is, it's gonna cost you some money, but you may not have that money to do it. My phone is ringing. Okay, yeah, my phone was ringing, so I had to go get some money. But anyway, so people have to call you to know like if your business still exists. But anyway, if you have 21 to 33 review, if you have get that, I don't know. I don't want to tell you what to do, but hey, you grown, you can do whatever you want. But that's the tips. That's gonna help you a whole lot if you want to do it, like, let's say, for the long term. All right. So the third thing you have to do is like Chamber of Commerce. Your city, they have like, if you look at like Chamber of Commerce in your city, if you can, but some of them you have to pay to be a member. Once you become a member, at least you could put your website on it. So all this thing, like once you put your website on it, you're not gonna have traffic like just right away. But the thing is, on the long term, it's gonna work whole lot better for you on the long term. That's gonna help you out your website and also help your business growing. The fourth one, you have to do Facebook posts and Craigslist posts. Craigslist still working. Believe me, Craigslist is still work. But the thing, if you post it on the free section, people are gonna flag it. People do that a lot. People are gonna flag your ad if you do it on the free section. But if you pay the $5 on Craigslist, you can't flag your information. So you pay for it. What I would recommend you do if you do Craigslist posts, you have to do it 4 times on a month. You do it every Friday, but you got to do 4 different posts. You can't put the same post like 4 times. So your Craigslist ad will be ghosting. If you do 4 posts, the same thing. No. For example, let's say if you do a pressure washer cleaning business, you can say like, pressure washer cleaning business for residential. That's 1. Pressure washing cleaning service for commercial. That's 2. Pressure washer cleaning for houses. That's 3. The pressure washing cleaning services for, let's say, a retail store. That's called 4. So that's 4 different, but even this, they do the same thing, but you have to do it that way. Otherwise, they're gonna ghost. Craigslist is gonna ghost your ad. So you got to do it that way. The 5th one is like, you got to do driving $4 and knock on the doors. For example, like let's say you do a cleaning service. Let's say if you're on a subdivisions, so you're doing a house pressure washing. While you at the community, drive throughout the city, throughout the community. Look to see if you see any houses that may need your help. So if you see some house that needs your help, you knock on the door. Once you knock on the door, you just let them know that, hey, I'm in the area, so I'm clean. I'm doing the cleaning right next door. Even you're 5 house down the block, you're doing it. But the thing is, you ask them if they need your service. While you're here, you could just, since I'm here, I'm already in your city, I'm already in your street or in the community, I could give you 5%. I could give you 10% discount since I'm here already, so I can get it done for you today while I'm here. But if no one's there, make sure you leave your business card. Or if you don't have business card, you get they got called door hangers. You could put your door hangers on the door. Tell them, hey, I'm sorry that I missed you, but the thing is, it's the kind of service that we provide. That if you ever need no service, we're here to serve you. That's what the ad says. That's what it says. So you got to do drop $4. Also do a door knocking. That's the 5th one. The 6th one, you got to do business cards. They got 2 ways. They got a business card. They got sometimes we call it billboard cards. This card is there's 2 different cards. Let me tell you why they're 2 different cards. There's a card, the business cards, they have all your information on there as far as your website, as far as he has your website, you have your name, you have your email address, and you also if you have let's say locations, you put your address on it. If you have that, That's what those are for the business card. Also the business name and all the 9 yards. You put that on it. That's for the business card. The thing is like some of the work that whenever the work is done, you have to give the customer a business card. Maybe like you could put like on your business card says like, well, I mean, if you refer somebody to us that we do the job, let's say we give you maybe like $25 like gift cards, we'll give you a $25 or $50 gift card, depending on like what you can do with when you do the business cards. The billboard card is different. So the billboard card is like, it doesn't have your website on it. All it had is like the service you provide include your telephone numbers. That's the only 2 things he has on it. That's it. Don't put your business name on it. Don't put your website on it. Don't put your email address on it. Don't put your business address on it. No, it doesn't. All he had, the billboard card, that's the only thing he does. The person has to call you directly. That's it. Don't let them go online, because if they go online, guess what? People like us, like, yo, we're gonna swipe them out, so they're not gonna get you. They're not gonna get you. They're gonna get us, or people that's paid like for the ads. That's who they're gonna get on the top. But the thing is, if you don't put the website, or you put like the service that you provide and your phone numbers, all they gotta do is just call. That's it. Or I mean, if you want, you could put the let's see on the bottom of it. They say like, well, if you refer a client to me, I give you $25 gift cards in maybe Starbucks or whatever. Okay, you give them a reward if they could refer like a customer to you. That's all you put in the billboard card. But the billboard card is like whenever you go to gas stations, or you go to bathroom, or you go to restaurants, any place that you go, this billboard card, you got to stick them there. Everywhere you go, you got to put them there. Everywhere you go. As long as they have opportunity to do it, put 1 or 2 on it. The billboard card, but not the business card though. The billboard card. So put it on there everywhere you go. Just put your, if there's a spot, put it there. That's what it is for. Okay? So you got to do that. The 7th one, you have to do bended sign. Some places that you can do it. Some of them, I mean, throughout all United States, it's illegal to do it. You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm not gonna say you like to break the laws, but if that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. If you could do that, or if you don't want to do a bended sign, you can do a side spinning. Let's say like one of the Saturdays, maybe you have like somebody, you pay somebody maybe $50, or maybe you pay them $100. It's like for like a few hours. They go one of the busy sections on Saturday, and they got your sign, say like, hey, that's what the service you provide. And like if somebody calls today, so you give them like maybe 10% discount. You gave them like 10-15% discount. At least you got to do that to attract customers. Okay. The next one you have to do, the 8th one, you can post like, let's say, once you online, you could post on the forums. You could post on like community, some location that you have some community boards. You post your service there. Don't spam the board there, because otherwise they're gonna ban you. I'm just letting you know how it goes. They're gonna ban you if you keep pushing your informations. But like for example, like Facebook got some forums. They also have like some pages that you could promote your information. They have like what do they call it? There's some other place you could post your information. You have to be consistent posting your business informations, because the thing, you have to make the phone ring. That's the only way to you stay in business, or that's the only way you can make any money. All right. So number like 11. So the thing, you got to do some cold calling. So that's the reason, like the guy says like, so that's the reason, like the guy says like, okay, so somebody had like their accounts, so he had to make some calls to the business to let them know like, yo, I'll be the one who's serving you. Is what I can do for you. Is what I can do for you. But the thing is, if you do pressure washing cleaning business, sometimes you have to call like commercial accounts. You have to call, commercial places, or maybe you have to go. Maybe you call the business, say like, hey, introduce yourself, tell them like what you can do for them. Or if you want, you could get a list of homeowners. That's what the properties. You could get the list, and you just call them. Go to your county. If you go to your county records, you could get the list of every houses they have in the county. You could have those. but you got to do the work if you want to do that. Okay. The second one, that's number 11. You could do direct mail. So like what they call direct marketing. You can do that. But the thing is, they cost money to do. Because the thing, if you're gonna say send $1,000, it's $1,000 a month, it's gonna cost you some money. So the thing is, if you don't want to do that yet, you don't have to do it. But the thing is, you gotta stock up your information, man, because we gotta do what you need to do today, so your future self could just say, could proud of you what you have done. Okay. Number 12. So you could do pay per lead or pay per calls. Some people call pay per lead. Some people call pay per call. Some do it like those are pay ads. You could do pay ads on Google. You could do Facebook pay ads. You could do like any places you could do pay ads. But the thing is, they're gonna cost you some money to do it. Or if you hire somebody like professionally to do it for you, they can. But it's gonna cost you some money. But at this time, you don't have to do it yet. Okay. So next thing that you could do, you could wrap your vehicle just like your cars. You could just wrap them around. If you got only one vehicle, you can't do it. But the thing is, if you could do a little, I think called magnetic sign, you could just get some magnetic sign. You just put it on like on the side of your door. Maybe you put it in the back of your car. You can do that. But the thing is, you got to do what you got to do. Whatever you think that's gonna work for you, those part of the service you can do. You could also do like you could do you could buy lease, like for example, like some other, just like this guy does, because he just know a company that's going out of business. He buy the list from them. So once he buy the list, so he got to make the phone calls. You got to send the emails. He also got to send the text. That's part of the list. To build your list, you got to do those things. Those things had needed. Okay. Number 15, you could do press release. Press release, that's mean like anything. For press release, for example, like if you're gonna do a press release, I mean, some places it might cost you like maybe $97. Some other places, I mean, some other places like it could cost you like maybe like it would cost you money, but you just got to do a research. You have to do 2 press releases per month. Okay, so when you do the first press release, you just let hey, my name is John. I've just opened a pressure washing cleaning business in that area. Like for example, let's say in California, or maybe LA, or maybe Dallas, Texas, or Miami. So you open it locally. You just let them know like, okay, here's what I do. So I can help the people, like anybody that needs some help. You got once you do that, you have to put, there's some key information you have to put on your press release. Okay, you have to have the address. The thing is, if it's your address, you don't want to put your address on it. Okay, you don't want to put your full address. You have to put the city, the state, and the zip code. You put your business name. That, for example, like a John pressure washing cleaning. So you put your address. Let's say Miami, Florida. You just put that, and you put your phone number. After you put your phone number, put your website. After you put your website, you have to put your email address. That's like let's say info or service at John pressure washing cleaning business.com. You do it that way. So the thing is, that will create your credibility for you. But those information, the thing is like, I don't want to go too deep on it, but the thing, I'm going to give you a little bit of information on it. The reason why. So if you have a website, the thing is, let's say if you want to get a loan for your business, banks gonna check onto those things. So make sure that you're a legit business. Okay. But the thing is, let's leave it right there. All right. So I don't want to give you too much information. Let's leave it right there. So that's the 15 part. The 16 part is like SEO. That's what some people like, we call it search engine optimizations. So the SEO thing is, at least once you get all those things done, anybody that's coming to do the SEO for you, or any company that's coming to do the SEO for you. So the thing is, all the foundations are already there. So most likely all they got to do is like, they got to build links. They buy links. So they got to build links, and they also got to do, let's say, what's they call it? Directories. Or what you can do, you could go to your city or do some search online, like directories. Once you don't have any work to do, you could be on your website, on your computer, all the like directories, like the regular ones. Put your information there, put your business there, Make sure the address is the same as the one you have for Google My Business. because they have to be the same. That to get the credit. Because if they're different, the thing is Google will not give you the credit. So once you don't have the credit, it's like most likely you may not be able to be on the top 3 of the Google My Business. So that's the 16 free and pay local marketing tips you could use for your, let's say if you start a pressure washing cleaning business. All right. So let's see what do we got next.
So we can go there to like golf courses and try and find those people or golf course communities.
You're not chasing them on their
We're not chasing them. They're not technically chasing them on the course.
I want to just barge in here. You're talking about writing things down, building the avatar. How important was that? Because I think you touched on a very important point. You guys, I feel like when you do that, it's crystal clear focus on who you're after.
It is.
And if you don't, what happens?
It is crystal clear. So not only is it clear for you as a business owner, it's also clear for the employees to know where they should be spending their time. One thing that
see exactly. So the thing is like once you, because the 16 thing that I just gave you, like once you focus on that, because the thing like you got to do, for example, like they said, build a website. That's one time. That once it's done, all you got to do is just keep pushing it. The Google My Business, Bang, Yahoo, local business listing. This one you got to do. I mean, whenever somebody just left a review for you, make sure you respond. You respond like with your informations, like as far as like whatever the service that you provide, you respond with that. Also, you got to do Facebook and Craigslist posts. Like Facebook, I think you could do it one time. You could try to do it 4 times, but the thing is like you don't want to get ghosted on Facebook, so don't do it. So if you could do 1, maybe 2 that work. But Craigslist, you have to do 4. Every Friday, you have to post a different one every Friday. So the thing, once you got 4 for the month, so all you got to do is just like whenever they expire, just on thing you got to release, we repost it again, we post it again. So those 4 you done. Once you got it done, it is ready to go. So that's what has to be done to if you want to make $250,000 a month on pressure washing cleaning business. Because if you don't do that, the thing is, I mean, you could do whatever you want, but hey, it is what it is, man. At the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you what Dan Pena says.
Goals, no matter how ambitious or brilliant your ideas are. Discipline means doing the things you know you need to do, even when you don't feel like doing them. It means sacrificing short-term pleasures for long-term gains. The most successful people in the world, whether they're athletes, CEOs, or entrepreneurs, didn't get to the top because they were smarter than everyone else.
Exactly.
They got there because they outworked everyone else. They had the discipline to put in the hours, to endure the setbacks, and to keep pushing forward even when no one was watching. The most successful people in the world didn't get there because they were born with extraordinary intelligence or because they had connections.
That's what
they got there because they outworked everyone else. They had the discipline to consistently push through obstacles, to grind harder than everyone else, to keep moving forward even when the odds were stacked against them.
Exactly. So that's what has to be done. So get the work done. All right. My name is Louis. I guess I'll talk to you next time. So we'll come up with the other ones. So the thing is, don't forget like the 16 marketing tips. You got to use that for your business to increase. I mean, it doesn't have to be the pressure washing cleaning business. Any business that you want to start, you have to do the marketing. So because without the marketings, man, because the question they always ask is like, so what is the most important? Is it sales or the marketing? You answer that question. All right, talk to you next time, man.
Hey, self. Adjust my frequency to ignite my energy as you.
Your wish is my command.